Hey everyone, what's going on? Paul Mendez here, and in this video we're going to be looking forward to the new year, to 2021. And as a freelancer, as an entrepreneur, I'm going to be laying out the top 5 most in-demand areas of freelancing moving into 2021. Now, these aren't just the top 5 that I think are the best. This is based on research and based on a study that Upwork has released, and they release every single year, outlining some of the top areas in where the demand is shifting. So let's get right into it. So it's no secret that the way the world works is shifting. And with everything going on in the world, remote work and freelancing based work has skyrocketed, and it's basically been a trend that's been happening. But as everything has happened to the workforce, the lockdowns and everything, businesses are finding ways to adapt. That is how you need to be able to survive, is being able to adapt in the marketplace. It doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur or a big business, you need to adapt. And since the way the world works is shifting and people aren't always going into office places and more remote work opportunities are rising, it means that there's more exposure to this way of work, to building a digital team that doesn't all need to be in the same city. And what this does is it gives businesses the opportunity to literally cherry pick the best talent that they need no matter where they live. And in the most recent Upwork study that I was looking into, Upwork finds that 22% of Americans will be remote by 2025. So out of the entire workforce, they're saying that close to a quarter of that is going to be remote in around 4 years. So as you can see, this is not anything that's going to be going away. Freelancing is just going to keep going stronger and stronger into the workforce and into the actual hiring habits of companies. So now let's get into the top 5 most in-demand skills that you can start to learn or you can advance your learning on so you can be in the best position to make the most amount of money going into 2021. Because when you are where the most demand is, that is how you're always going to have repeat clients. So let's get right into the top 5 most in-demand freelancing areas. Now, the first area is web design and landing page design. Now, it's no secret that there's more and more businesses shifting to the online marketplace. And while half of this is servicing those new businesses, those people who just started a business, they need a website, or companies that are, just kind of transitioning from just a physical location to the online marketplace, that's a great opportunity. There's millions of businesses that are in that section. But what I want to also focus on is the other half of the token, and that is the businesses that already have websites, but they're not converting as good as they could be. And on top of that, businesses that are launching new products, new services, new softwares, and they need different websites and landing pages built to sell those products and services. Now, businesses these days, it's no secret that you need to pay to play. So of course, you can rank organically in the search results, but if you want to really grow a business and scale, you need to pay for advertising, whether that's social media advertising, search engine marketing, whether that's video advertising. You need to pay to get the word out there. And what are you doing after you are promoting a message? You send them back to a website. You send them back to a landing page. So that is where all of this demand is really generating. A lot of people need these website landing pages designed so they actually get the most amount of conversions. Because let's say you have a landing page that's converting at 5%. If you can go to that company and create a landing page for them that converts at 10%, you literally just doubled their revenue just by changing the landing page. So more businesses are recognizing this. And with all of the tools out there, you have ClickFunnels, you have Duda, you have Squarespace, you have Wix, all of these different softwares, they're drag and drop. You can literally go out there, start to master this skill, and get paid in 2021. Now, that brings us to the second most in-demand skill for 2021, and that is development. Now, development is kind of an overarching category, but you have software development, website development, you have mobile app development. It's basically developing the back end of how things work. So this is different coding, and it's different coding languages that you can learn. And it's not really my area of expertise. However, it's a massively big opportunity in the freelance ecosystem. Because like we touched on a little bit earlier in the video, the way hiring managers are hiring is changing, and they're not just bringing people as a 9-to-5 employee. They're going online, they're trying to find the best talent they can for their company. And you can take advantage of that if you are into development, or if you just think that it might be interesting and good for you. I highly suggest you go after that, because the demand is way greater than the supply of people who are actually really good at it. So it's a great opportunity for you to go out there and to start making some more money in 2021. And like I was touching on, there's a lot of different coding languages and different applications that you can use your development knowledge. And that's the great part about freelancing, is you're never stuck just in one category. You can just try a skill, start to get some experience with it, and you can either decide to get more advanced in that skill or to widen your skill set and to bundle multiple skills together. So now let's get on to the third most in-demand skill for 2021. Now, the third most in-demand skill moving into 2021 for freelancers is video editing, and especially explainer videos. Now, video editing has always been an in-demand skill, but as more companies are focusing on social media, on their website, and all of these things we've been talking about, video is the power player. You're watching a video right now because videos are very engaging. Now, I'm not saying blogs and all of those different things are going away or extinct. However, it's no secret that Google, that Facebook, Instagram, all these massive search engines basically, and social media empires are prioritizing video content. So once again, wherever there's a massive need for something, that's where their demand is. And if you can go out there, learn how to create explainer videos, learn how to edit videos together, learn how to create promotions for companies, you can package your services together, start a side hustle just by video editing on nights and weekends, or if you want to, turn it into your full-time gig, being a full-time video editor. That can make you 6 figures a year or more. So I highly suggest, if you're interested in video editing, once again, there's platforms, there's services, there's software to help you edit videos. You don't need to have a college degree just to create an awesome video. You just need to get your hands on something. And that's what I really encourage people on this channel is, don't be so hard on yourself to say, hey, I'm going all in on becoming this or becoming that. Don't be so hard on yourself. Be a little bit more free-flowing with it. And if something interests you, practice it a little bit. Maybe go get a client for that. See if it's right for you. You're never stuck in one area. And that's something I actually found myself doing a little bit. And then once I found out, oh, I actually love video, I actually love editing videos, that's where I started to be able to provide that skill for myself and for clients that need it. And that brings us to the fourth in-demand skill moving into 2021 as a freelancer, and that is consulting. Once again, consulting is kind of an overarching category of services and skills you can provide. For example, you can be an online advertising consultant. You can be a sales consultant. You can be a marketing strategy consultant. Basically, this is you going to businesses and you're providing some in-depth knowledge to them, something that can help them make more money because you've already done it before for other businesses. Now, this is kind of the next level up once you already have some experience. So let's say, for example, you've been managing Facebook ads for a long time. Instead of being the one to always set up those ads and to manage them and to monitor them ongoing, you can kind of get to that next level once you have good results. And instead of being the one that actually sets up all the campaigns and has to do all that day-to-day work, you can just talk to companies for $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month and up, and you can just provide them your high-level strategy, what you suggest doing based on their business model, what different platforms you would use, what your budget allocation would be, etc. Now, if you don't know all those terms, don't worry. What I'm just getting at is consulting is a huge in-demand area, and it falls back on what we've been discussing this whole time. The way businesses are moving forward is changing, and if they're able to go onto a freelancing platform like Upwork and they can get some consulting help, even if that's $100 an hour for them, they don't care because that's going to be able to really take them to that next level. And as a freelancer, that is a great skill for you to take advantage of. So I highly encourage you to look into consulting if that is of interest to you. And moving on to the fifth and final most in-demand freelance skill to provide moving forward into the new year, it is online advertising. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the other side of online advertising that doesn't get as much light, because that's where I see a lot of opportunity moving forward. Now, we all know about Google, we all know about Facebook and Instagram and those big social media platforms and search engines. But there's also a lot of other avenues in online advertising that not everyone is utilizing. And as a freelancer, that's where you can really start to master one of these platforms that's kind of like a second tier, if you will, from the main huge giants. And that's where you can really specialize your skill set and really lay your foundation as a freelancer moving forward. So platforms like Pinterest, that's a growing platform. Advertisers are moving away from Facebook and Instagram. They're looking at more safer places they can have content. And Pinterest is actually a search engine where you can drive traffic to blogs, to videos, to websites. So Pinterest advertising is one of those platforms I suggest you look at, as well as Snapchat advertising. And even TikTok is pushing ads really hard. So I'm not saying to just find one platform and go all in, but think a little bit bigger. Think one step ahead. If everyone's already on Facebook and the platform's getting so overcrowded with ads, think about where the next place they're going to go. Think about YouTube ads. You know, you're on YouTube right now watching this. YouTube ads is a massively big opportunity to manage for clients because it's so cost effective, and it's basically the new TV. Everyone is their own TV channel now. You don't need a cable provider anymore. You just go onto YouTube and you can get access to entertainment, to knowledge, and to all of these different things. So as an advertiser, start to think one step ahead, and that's where you're going to find so much potential in the online advertising space as a freelancer. So I hope this video was helpful for you to outline some different areas in freelancing you can start to look at to expand your knowledge, expand your skill set, and ultimately make more money in the new year. If you're interested in learning more about freelancing, getting clients on Upwork, all of that, I have a course that just released on Udemy. Go to the link in the description, check it out. I'm running some huge promos on it right now because I know this is the time of year everyone, they're setting their sights on the new year. They're really trying to get their life together. It's been a crazy year, and I want to help impact the most people's lives I can. And the best way I know how to do that is through sharing how freelancing can change your life. So if you're interested, check out that course I just launched on Udemy. I guarantee you're going to love it, and it's a massive value right now with the promotion going on. On top of that, please give a like for the YouTube algorithm. It helps me out. Subscribe for more content to come, and I look forward to your future freelance success. Happy holidays, everyone.